Hi, this is Ruben Salvanaik. I'm the co-founder of Property Solvers, and I'd like to thank you for your interest in our auction service. This short video aims to give you a quick overview of how our auction platform works when you list a property with us. Of course, we're here for any questions you may have, and I'm more than happy to jump onto a Zoom call should you wish to go into any more depth. Okay, so to get straight into it, you may already be aware that we offer both traditional 28-day and modern method 56-day auction options. The latter essentially offers property sellers the ability to access a wider pool of potential buyers and often achieve higher prices. In the example listing I'll be showing in a short while, I'll be referring to one of our traditional methods of auction sale. But for all intents and purposes, both auction types undergo identical onboarding and transactional processes. We simply alter the dates for exchange and completion. We usually start by a valuation and fact-finding process where we'll take an in-depth look at the property and apply over 20 years of experience and hundreds of data points to come back with you with recommended auction guide and reserve prices. We're also happy to provide you with one of our bespoke auction valuation reports, which contain a wealth of unique information unavailable in the public domain. So once we're instructed, we'll start by organising high resolution photos, floor plans and EPCs when necessary. Our sales team can often get this done in as little as 24 hours, meaning that we're ready to list and market auction properties within very short timeframes. We prefer to have auction legal packs in place, or at least an idea as to when they'll be ready before we market properties, as this avoids any ambiguity and is likely to lead to stronger bidding activity. On this note, through our auction conveyancing partners, we're now able to offer no upfront legal pack costs. So assuming ID checks, sellers packs, etc. are provided in a timely manner, we can get this turned around in a few business days. Okay, so once these processes are complete, in addition to our own platform, we'll get your property on all the major portals from Rightmove, Zoopla and Prime Location, right through to a number of lesser known sites, which still attract a decent volume of property buyer traffic. So here are some of the national and regional publications where our work and research has been featured. It's also worth noting that we're managers of LinkedIn's largest property investor group, which now has over 50,000 members and around 70 to 80 investors joining every day. We also have a separate database of investors who complete our investor profiling form. Plus, we run and regularly post on the fast-growing Property Auctions news site and have a solid presence on Google with excellent reviews across various platforms. So to jump into an example listing, this is a 28-day unconditional auction sale for the purposes of demonstration. With our traditional auctions, in addition to the non-refundable deposit, once the online gable falls, we'll typically take 10% of the property's purchase price and the sold price into our NAEA approved Property Mark client bank account, which will subsequently be immediately transferred into the seller's solicitor account. We sell residential portfolios, commercial properties and lands with 28 and 42 business day completion times under unconditional auction terms. As mentioned before, we also offer modern method auctions where the listings would look very similar to this. Here, we essentially extend the exchange and completion period to 56 days or 28 days between exchange and another 28 days for completion. And this facilitates a wider pool of potential buyers. And the result is higher prices without losing the security and speed of sale that auctions offer. And it's also worth noting that we run all of our auctions under RICS common auction conditions. Okay, so finally, we'll market our auction properties for 2 to 3 weeks. The last 6 days of which we'll open up the bidding window. We're open 24/7 to deal with buyer inquiries, and subject to the seller's approval, we can run open days and individual viewings 7 days a week. We'll also send our seller clients weekly reports with updates from Rightmove, Zoopla, and from our own portal via Google Analytics. Sellers can also contact the progressions team at any time for updates or questions, and we always make ourselves available to help. So once the buyers express interest, they'll receive a series of emails aimed at making the entire process smooth for all participants. Our system will also automatically send reminder emails during the bidding process to maintain active participation. Okay, so as we scroll down the listing here, you'll see that there's a buy it now option where we can take pre-auction offers, and one of the team will reach out to the seller's representative to discuss whether it's worthwhile to proceed. This often depends on the level of demand for a particular property, but should they be accepted, these sales will be processed under auction conditions to ensure the same level of guarantee. Okay, so to run through the registration process, every auction bidder starts by entering their details onto the portal beforehand, as is shown here. Obviously, these are kind of mock details that we're filling in here, so it's just a case of the buyer completing all their details, which will be sent through to us. And then once that is completed, they'll receive an email confirmation and request for ID from ourselves. And so once that process is done, we'll then clearly display a link to the relevant terms and conditions, which they will be bound to should they win the auction. So that's essentially kind of going through the process here and clicking on the link here and then going through it all. And then once that's done, they've gone through all of that. The next stage is that, they'll click accept here, and then they'll go on to the next stage, which is where we ask them to input their conveyancing details so that if they win the auction, we'll be able to get the ball rolling quickly. So that's just, again, we're using demo information here. This is obviously isn't real. So they'll be filling out their details here to complete. So once that is done, we can they'll click confirm here once they've had the chance to read through that. And then the next stages are the bidder confirmation and bidder identity validation sections. These will turn to green here on the left once we've fully approved it, and we'll need to do a quick verification via the bidder's mobile phone. So finally, we have the bidder security section here. This is where we'll take a shadow payment, which will be automatically debited from the winning bidder. And so, they essentially fill in their debit or credit card details here. And obviously, we'll make sure that those are legitimate details for proceeding. And then it's just a case of them clicking confirm card details. And then everything is ready to go. So just to show the bidding process, you'll see the interested buyers can bid wherever they are in the world in real time, so that they'll know that there's been a counter bid. Here, we've stipulated £5,000 increments, but we can alter these during the setup process. Buyers can also enter in a proxy bid, which is effectively where they can input their maximum price and the system bid up on their behalf. So in this hypothetical example, the bidding has gone up to 315,000 or 15,000 above the guide price. So that's basically what the auction closed at. But obviously this is a hypothetical example. And so once the bid is won, we'll take full control of the entire process, take the deposit for unconditional sales and the non-refundable reservation fee, organize the auction sales memo, and accompany the sale right through to completion. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Hope that's given you a fair idea of how it all works. I'm, of course, happy to respond to any questions you may have. And thanks very much for taking the time to watch this video, and we hope to work with you soon. Thank you. Bye.